Hi there. In today's lesson, we're going to be looking at a little tune called Fire on the Mountain. We're also going to be focusing in on some shuffle bow techniques in this ongoing exploration of shuffle bow. We're going to be looking at just applying the shuffle bow throughout the tune, this tune Fire on the Mountain, to just keep the rhythm going the whole time and really create that danceable fiddle groove that we're going to be looking for as old-time fiddlers or bluegrass fiddlers, or just any sort of fiddle music is dance music, and really a part of that is keeping a really good danceable rhythm going throughout the whole time. So this shuffle bow stuff is definitely applicable to old-time and bluegrass music here, and that's what creates the danceable groove. So I'm going to go through this tune, Fire on the Mountain, and just break down the melody. It's a simple melody, so we'll just learn the melody first, and then we'll just start applying those shuffle bow techniques and work through it from there. And I'm going to go through a couple of different shuffle bow ideas. So let's get into it. I'll play this tune for you, a little version. This is there's a ton of different versions of the tune Fire on the Mountain, and some of them are quite different. This version is a little bit similar to a version by the Camp Creek Boys. Maybe I'll put a link to that version underneath this post, and you can have a listen yourself. So it's a little bit similar to that, but also a little bit just versions that I've picked up along the way. All right, Fire on the Mountain, here we go. Okay, so let's break down the melody here. It's a very simple melody and very repetitive. So that kind of is, that's why this tune is a really great tune to look at shuffle bowing, because we just have to learn a few little melody bits, and then we just have to focus in on getting that bow hand going and forgetting about the left hand. So let's learn the notes. Okay. It's in the key of A, and the whole A part is just on the A and the E string. So we've got our A major scale here. Okay, we're using only those notes for the A part. The B part is a little different. We're going to start on the second finger on the A string, so C sharp. I'm not going to add the bowing yet, just a reminder. I'm just going to go through the notes here. So our pickup notes are 2, 3. Okay, first note of the bar, open E string. Okay, so it's open, 1, back to open on the E string, and then over to the A string, 3, 2, open. Okay, so we've got our pickup notes, 2, 3, and then open E, 1. Okay, we're going to go straight back to our pickup notes here. The second phrase is very slightly different. Open 1, 3, open, 1, open. Okay, so our first phrase with the pickups, so it's 3, 1. And then our second phrase, pickup notes. Okay, third phrase is the same as the first phrase. We've got our pickup notes. Okay, I lied. Slightly different. 3, 2, 1, open. So we sort of continue the scale down. Pickup notes. Open, 1, open. 3, 2, 1, open. And then we have our ending. 2, 1, open. 1, 2, open. Okay, first phrase, pickups. So when I say the pickup notes, that means they come before the first beat. Da da 1, da 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 da, pick up 1, like that. Okay, 1, 2, 3. First phrase, pick up. Second phrase, pick up. Third phrase. And then ending. All right, that's our whole A part. We repeat that 4 times. So I'm going to put all of 4 of those little phrases together to make one time. So that was one time. Here we go, second time. Third time. Last time. Okay, so there's our A part. As I said, it's very simple and repetitive, but once we get that shuffle bow going along with it, it's going to be a real driving, great danceable tune. The B part, you can actually play the B part. The very first version that I learned of this tune had the B part exactly the same as the A part, just on that D and A string basically, but a little shorter. So that is one way you can play it. I'm just going to teach you this B part, which is a little bit more like the Camp Creek Boys version, and it just changes the melody around slightly. So the B part goes like this. Ending. Which is just the last half of the A part that we've already learned again as a tag. So let's go through the B part in broken down bits. We're going to start with the same pickup, 2, 3, but it's going to be on the D string. So you'll note that the G note here is a G natural, not a G sharp, which it normally would be an A major, but we're going to a D chord for the B part, and we're kind of changing keys for the moment. So we're actually using more of a D major scale for this B part, so with our G natural. Okay, so pick up notes, 2, 3. We're going to go open 1, open 3, 2, and then we're going to stick to our second finger on the D string. 2, 1, open 1, 2, open 1. Okay, so that's our first and second phrase. Second phrase is going to be 2, 1, open 1, 2, open 1, open. And we're going to repeat that again. And we're going to repeat it a third time with a very slightly different ending. Hold on the 1 that time. Okay, so that's what our B part is going to look at. We're going to play that twice. We've got the first phrase, which is similar to what we started with in the A part. And then our second phrase, repeated. And then repeated again with just holding on the first finger at the end. So the whole thing together sounds like this. Okay, and then we're going to end with our tag ending, which is just part of the A section repeated. So I'll go over that slowly. So it's the second half where we finish out that scale down and then our ending. Okay, so that's the whole tune broken down there. I'm just going to play it to you nice and slowly, and then we're going to add the bowing. Okay, from the top. 2, 3. Last time. B part. outfit doesn't like the fiddle, so I'm surprised that she came in here. Okay, we're going to add some shuffle bowing now. So, if you've been following along the shuffle bowing videos, it's a good thing to have had a look at them. There's a couple, Bow Rocking 101 and Shuffle Bowing Introduction, that you should definitely check out before getting into this one. And essentially what we're going to be doing is just adding our basic shuffle bow here, which is long, short, short, long, short, short, long, short, short, long, short, short. Okay. I just call that basic shuffle bow. Sometimes people call that Nashville shuffle. The idea for this is that we're going to use this shuffle bow the entire time for the tune that we've just learned, for the notes that we've just learned. So that's the exercise. Now, whether or not you would necessarily play a fiddle tune with just that one shuffle bow pattern the whole entire time, some people do, and many people wouldn't. But the ability to be able to do that is what's important. Like to be able to just let go and let the rhythm take over is a really good thing to be able to do, and it really exercises your control of being able to slip into the groove. So I think that it's really important. Let's get that shuffle bow going. Now we're going to add the notes. So we're going to start with our separate bows because it's the long, short. So we're starting with a down, up, ready for our long down bow. So if I just break down, there's a couple of little spots in there that you may or may not want to think about, depending on how easily this comes to you. Now there's a couple of slurs in there. I actually like to just kind of separate the left hand and the right hand and just concentrate on da, 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 da. But if you're having trouble with that, think about this. Separate, slur, separate, separate, slur, separate, separate, slur, separate, separate, slur, slur, slur. So there's some places where the shuffle bow works out with the melody, like at the ending here. Now we would have played that if we'd been playing separate bows or with the shuffle bow, long, short, short. But there's many places where you have to kind of slur notes with your left hand that you might be used to playing separately in order to get the bow rhythm going correctly, especially in the ending. Slur, separate, separate, slur. Separate, separate, slur, separate, separate. Okay, let's just try the A part together with that shuffle bow. Separate. Okay, let's have a look at the B part now. Okay, if I just break it down, we've got separate, slur. Sorry. Now, there's just one slur in there at the beginning, slur. And then there's going to be a bunch of slurs. Slur, separate, separate, slur, separate, separate, slur, separate, separate. And hold. Okay, so it may help you to think about where are the slurs. What I would suggest though is to really just, get used to playing those notes, get that melody down so that you don't have to think about it. Get the shuffle bow going so you don't have to think about it. Just play it on open strings. And then we're going to combine it. I suggest focusing more on the bow and just, if you play terrible notes, if you play all out of tune and everything, it's the rhythm that is the most important thing. Focus on that. I'm going to have a look at a different bowing pattern here that you may like to try out as an exercise too. And this is often called Georgia shuffle. Sometimes I like to call it Sam Bush bowing. If you've ever listened to the great bluegrass musician Sam Bush playing the fiddle, he's a great fiddler. He uses this shuffle bow pattern pretty much exclusively. And it's amazing. It really drives the band too. It's a really great sound, I think. So what it is starting on the up bow, and we're going to do a down bow on the third beat, and then back to the up bow on the fourth beat, and carry that through across the bar. So it's going to be up, up, down, up, 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 down. Up. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, up, 1, 2, down, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, down, up. So let's just do that slowly. Up, up, down, up, 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 down, up, 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 down, up, 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 down, up, 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 down. Now you may like, on the first beat of the bar, you may like to give the bow a little bit of a rock. That's the basic lesson on Georgia shuffle, or Sam Bush bow. So the next little test is try and put it together with Fire on the Mountain. So we're gonna start with a down up. Okay, if I play that fast, just as an example, so you can hear what it sounds like. Okay, so you can kind of see how it has that similar backbeat groove to the shuffle bow, but just in a slightly different way. It really has that heavy emphasis. And the trick, of course, is that you've got one beat to get back down and 3 beats to get up. So your down beat is going to be much faster and louder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. That's exaggerated, but... So, challenge. Put that together with Fire on the Mountain. See if you can make it through the whole A part. See if you can make it through the whole B part. The whole tune. One idea that might be fun to try is, let's try Nashville Shuffle on the A part and Georgia Shuffle on the B part. So that could be something like this. I'm just going to play half the A part so that we can get through it quicker. So. B part. My transition wasn't so good, but I'll get working on that. But yeah, there's a few challenges for you. So get that basic shuffle going. Really rock it through the whole of the tune for Fire on the Mountain. And let's have a look at the Georgia Shuffle and have a go at that too. All right, well, let me know how you go with those, and we'll see you again soon.